have the current stock market analysis for Amazon.com Incorporated, stock ticker AMZN. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the 1 hour price chart. Each candle on this price chart represents a 1 hour trading period, and I have not made any changes to the prior trend assessments that were made for this stock relative to the previous video. So as we can see here, all of the trend lines are in place and the support zones are in place. And as we can see here, there have been some fairly interesting developments in contact with the prior support zone that we were watching for this stock. So essentially what we were expecting to see here was a bounce off of this support zone coming in at roughly 180.90 would be roughly the area here, roughly 181. And as we can see here, share prices did move slightly below here before bouncing higher. So what this ultimately means is that share prices didn't catch the exact bottom here with the support zone, but we came fairly close here because this prior low was generated at, this would be 180.88 would be this prior support zone here. And then this ultimate price low for share prices comes in at 180.25. So we're talking about roughly 50 cents in share price difference here before we actually start to see share prices move higher. And then this ultimate projection for this upward bullish price movement does ultimately come to fruition. So now that this has occurred, we do sort of need to take a step back here and reanalyze this new trend wave because we now have some different support and resistance levels to watch. But what this does tell us is that for the most part, this prior support zone, this expected bounce did occur roughly within 50 cents of the bottom. So that is relatively close to the projection. So if we're sort of reassessing the situation here, we can sort of zoom in and look at these new resistance levels, which have been developing here. We also need to redraw these Fibonacci analysis zones because what we're looking at currently is a new price low, which comes in slightly lower. So if we do that, what we can see here is that this new resistance zone really is coming into strong contact now with this 61.8% Fibonacci retracement area. So we have actually seen some small breaches through this zone. Roughly, we're going to call this roughly 189.70. So we'll just mark that in on the chart here. So as we can see here, this is the Fibonacci retracement zone, and it is starting to provide some resistance here for the stock. So it's still possible that we could see an upside break, but we're not going to make the assumption that that will happen. We wait for that break to occur, and then we make decisions based off of that price break. So, as things currently stand, we have seen some small breaches above that 189.70 level, but we have not yet seen an hourly close above there. So we're not going to make the assumption yet that we're going to encounter an upside break. But if this does occur, the next expectation here would be that share prices then retest those prior highs, which came in at 195.37. So that would be a fairly significant upside price movement if we do see that important Fibonacci retracement zone start to break to the top side. So of course that it's still possible that will not happen. So if we do actually see a price failure in this area, we could actually see share prices start to roll over at that point. And then if this does occur, the next level of support that I would be watching to the downside comes in right around 186.30. So that would be this price zone here. Ultimately, this is the prior price low that was generated right around the 11th of October. And then as we can see here, this was a prior 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. And it's also where most of the exponential moving average cluster is starting to come into contact with share prices. So this is the hourly reading. So this would be the hourly exponential moving average cluster. So this yellow line here would be the 20-hour exponential moving average. And as we can see previously, this area did start to form as a support zone for the stock going forward. So, it's possible that we could continue to see share prices find support at these higher levels, But what I would really be watching for here would be a retest of this 50-hour EMA zone, because we're also seeing this come into contact with the 100-hour exponential moving average. If we zoom in here, we can see that there is a price cross here, a moving average cross, I should say, between this 100 period EMA and the 50 period EMA. So that is a bullish signal on its own. But mostly what I'm looking at here is the fact that we could see share prices now fall into support into that area, because we do have two fairly important EMAs coming into contact with the same region, the 50-hour and the 100-hour. So just to quickly close out the video here, we will look at the indicator reading quickly just to see what signals we can find here. And as we can see, overall, the trend momentum reading is mostly positive. We did have a prior negative reading, which has now broken to the top side. So these are two bullish signals here that should be noted. This could be enough to possibly send share prices above that 61.8% Fibonacci retracement zone at 189.70 if this momentum continues, if this momentum condition continues. Because as we can see here, this is an uptrend line that has now been tested on 3 separate occasions, and it's fairly stable in nature. So share prices would really need to move much lower in order to break through that uptrend. So this could be a condition, a positive condition that maintains itself for quite a while. We could even see share prices move a bit lower here before that condition would be broken. So we would then expect to see the stock sort of purchased on dips, because that underlying momentum does still remain present in the market. So on balance here, these are positive readings in the relative strength index. This is more bullish than bearish. This recent downtrend has broken, and then this uptrend continues to maintain itself. So just quickly, just to point out, summarize the video here, what we're looking at currently is a possible break of 189.70. If this occurs, we could see that price level at 195.37 be retested. Conversely, if we do see a failure into 189.70, I would then be watching for a potential support break that could occur at 186.30. So here's the current stock market update for Amazon.com Incorporated, stock ticker AMZN. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.